Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to take a look at Hasbro's Ghostbusters Ecto 1. So I just picked this up today at Target, and it was surprisingly like $22.97, and I live in Canada, so this is the first time getting back to the States, and even with the exchange rate, that is a very fair price. And I said, you know what, I'll spend a couple of bucks and take a look at it, and we'll even compare it to the original from the 80s. So in an effort not to bore you guys to death, but still give you some good information and you can see what's in the box, what the final product actually looks like, it'll help you make a more informed decision if you actually want to purchase this yourself. So with that being said, you can obviously tell by the video that this is sped up ×2. So this is inside the box. Not too difficult, you don't even really have to follow the instructions, but for the purpose of this video we will. So, like I said, there's not a lot of parts to follow along, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, just looking at it, you could eyeball what goes where. But, you know, a good rule of thumb is to get all your pieces spread out on the table so you can see what you're working with. And also, another tip that I would give you guys before you put anything together is put these stickers on for the white wall tires. Now, your front two tires aren't too hard because it's just a circular sticker, and, you know, you can eyeball it and get it done fairly easily. But the back tires, the sticker is split in half because the back part of the car itself covers the wheel and you can't pop the wheels off. So I would highly suggest you put the two half stickers on your back wheel first, and you can play around with it. What I wound up doing is putting it a little closer to the hubcap, just so that I could overlap them so there wasn't any space. But again, I would suggest doing these stickers first, just because there's going to be some, you know, parts and kibble that hang over later that'll just make it that much more difficult. Then the rest is step by step following the directions. So again, this is all sped up and there's nothing too difficult. Here you have, I guess it's the suicide doors with the backward seat, and you'll see there's a bit of interesting mechanic to get that door to pop out. So everything just snaps on pegs and hinges, but for this door to actually come out, to have the movement and the articulation, you actually have to push the door out or pull it out depending on what angle you're working it, and then have the door fold in on an angle, kind of collapsing in on itself, so that the chair essentially swings out and faces the same direction that the car would be moving. And then again, the back trap door, very easily put into place once I figure out how it goes in. So I guess this video would be a little beneficial because the directions aren't super intuitive when it comes into how to place in slots, but again, it just pops into place. And again, it's got like a drawbridge lowering mechanic to it that's going to be for the ghost trap on wheels to come out from the back. Another tip that I would say is make sure all the doors are in properly before you put the top of Ecto 1 on the vehicle itself. You want to make sure that the doors and tabs all fit in snugly. It's not super difficult to pull them back out once they're in, but you know, you do have to wiggle a little bit. A good thing too is, you know, you're not going to be making a mistake because the tabs are faced in a certain direction. So like I showed you with the tail fin, it won't go in unless it's positioned properly. And man, this thing's coming together already. God, it looks good. Now, this is the reason that I suggest that you put on the white wall tire stickers first, because once the ladder and the wires to the top portion of Ecto 1 are put into place, there's going to be hangover, and you can see that there's peg ports where everything's going to go in, and everything clips in snugly. It doesn't feel loose once it's in, but there is an overhang, and it would make it a little more difficult to, again, apply that sticker. And this is, you know, it looks good for the adult collector. And at the same time, it's, you know, I would say soft and safe, but it looks like it'll hold up to some actual play from younger kids, so I have no problem with my daughter letting this thing roll all over the floor. And again, it wasn't too expensive, so you know, if it breaks, it breaks. But you know, so far, this far into putting it together, I was very impressed. And again, nothing to it, just snapping in the pegs into place, and they're all on hinges. The doors swing nicely once they're put in. I would have liked the driver's side door to open too, but I guess the way they had to do the mold, I get it, and it's not a huge problem. I guess the only weapon that you would get, it serves a dual purpose. It has a firing mechanic. It can sit on top of the Ecto 1, and later on it can peg into the suicide door. On the back drawbridge door hinge, you can pull it out with your thumb. You can see the imprint, and once it slides out, your rolling trap will come out through the back. Once everything's assembled, my favorite part is putting on all of the stickers. And this brings me back to being a child. God, that's such a good sticker, that Ghostbusters sticker. I love it. Here's another little thing that I want to point out quickly that is different from the instructions to the actual sticker application. On the instructions, it makes it look like the stickers would go right to left with the white column or white divider on the right side. To make these stickers fit properly, they actually have to go top down with the white line on the top. And you can see on that second sticker I put on, there's actually a crease. Looking at it, it's kind of bugging me, but you know, it still looks fine like this. And like I said, like, this has always been my favorite part, applying the stickers at the end. And again, the back door and how the rolling trap comes out of the back. Still missing a sticker on the back part of the ramp at this portion of the video. And just making sure that everything works properly, the doors swing out well. Again, there is no driver's side door. You'd have to put your characters in through the passenger side, and the gun can peg into the door on the side. But, you know, I don't have any figures, and I'm going to leave it on top anyway. I think I have all the stickers on now. Just give you a nice view of the Ecto 1. And, you know, red, white, and blue, a little bit of black trim goes along really well. You can see some of these clips are out of order, but again, this is just showing you all the sticker applications as they go. And this is what I was making mention to earlier. The stickers are indicated left to right when they should really be up and down. So the way they show up on the sticker pattern is how they would actually go on, how they'd be applied. And then here with the Ecto 1, the window stickers, the, I guess, warning sticker for the rolling ghost trap. Doors click in nicely. Solid toy, solid toy. Every clip that I go back over, I reminisce about how fun this was to put together. And putting on the last license plate sticker for the Ecto 1. So comparing it to the original Ecto 1 from when I was a kid, you can see that the newer Hasbro one is a little shorter, but also very much brighter. Now I know this is almost 40 years of color wear, but it's very, very reminiscent, very close to the original. Obviously the driver's side door doesn't open. The tail fins are a little different. Again, we have our suicide door that pops open. Remember, have to open both doors and then pull out that door so that it'll swing out properly. I like that mechanic. You can see that there's going to be a peg port. I don't have any of the new characters yet. I couldn't find any. But I've seen that they peg into the seats so that he can come out for play action. You have your driver's seat, and then, you know, it's only going to be able to hold 2 characters. Originally, the first one could only hold 3 characters, and that was even with one sitting on the top. So, pretty obviously, this toy gets my seal of approval. You know, the price is right, it looks fantastic, it's easy to put together, it's great for the adult collector, as well as for, you know, just for kids to actually play with this. You know, it looks like that it could take a beating, it's built very well. Highly recommend it, pick it up when you find it. Thanks for watching, guys, take care.